Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We walked the line, we held the line. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. We also do have the premium list. If you want to know how I'm navigating these markets, make sure you go to intothecryptoverse.com. The prices on that are going to be going up in about 7 to 8 days, so make sure you check it out. If you sign up before then, you can lock in the lower rate and keep that rate as long as you do not cancel. Let's go ahead and jump in. So, Bitcoin, it's more or less been playing out in the most ideal situation possible that we outlined back in July and August. Going above the bull market support band in August, going back down to test it in September, and then holding it as support. Remember, I always said the most bullish scenario that's realistic was to go above it in August, to come back down and test it as support in September, and to see if the Bitcoin bulls can hold the line. Holding the line is always the more difficult part. Rallying beyond the 20-week never seems to be that difficult. Now, sometimes the 20-week does reject us, especially in a bear market, but rallying above the 20-week never seems to be that challenging for Bitcoin. The more challenging part is holding the line when we go back down to test it as support. That's where people get really scared, but ultimately, if history is any indication, in a bull market, that's the best time to buy Bitcoin, right? Is when it tests the 20-week SMA. So, if you think about it, I wanted to go back to a prediction I made back in 2019 and 2020. And what I said back then was, we will not hold the line above 20K, above the 20-week SMA, which is also above 20K, until Q4 of 2021 or Q1 of 2022, right? This is what we said. And here we are, right? It took us until Q4. I mean, if you look at this, let's go look at the exact date, because maybe I don't know exactly when it did, but this is September 29th, September 30th, October 1st. That was when we had the rally off the 21-week EMA, right? October 1st, the rally on it. Q4 of 2021. So I look at this and say to the bears, who would call for a 10K Bitcoin, I say, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I told you guys a week ago, I don't think 10K is ever going to happen. I said it's a pipe dream. I even saw some news articles quoting me on that, so I have to be careful what I say. I'd say that this provides a lot of evidence to suggest the show goes on. Now there's going to be some that are going to continue to claim that we're not going to put in a new all-time high, and that this is a dead cat bounce. I don't think this is a dead cat bounce. And I say that, I try to be fairly unbiased. I know that I would love to see Bitcoin go up. That would be much better for me if it goes up than if it goes down. So I would love for the valuation of Bitcoin to go up. But I always try to provide an unbiased view on the market. Remember back in March and April, I was telling people I think we need to go into a summer lull for 3 to 6 months, a lull in the market. Most people weren't saying that back then, right? Most people were not saying that back in March and April. They were saying, we're going to go to 300K, right? Let's go to 300K immediately. No, I try to be unbiased on the market and tell you what I think is going to happen. I said we were ahead of schedule. We need to calm down for a while, and then we can continue on. And here we are. So then today, if I try to be as unbiased as possible, I say I still think this is a higher low. I think September is just a higher low. I don't think we can look at this and say that this is a dead cat bounce. I don't think it's a dead cat bounce. I've been adamant that 64K. I don't think 64K is the market cycle peak by any stretch of the imagination. If we look at this trend line, say on the daily time frame, I think it's a higher low. And now we've put in a higher high. And I don't know if we can dubiously speculate. I don't know if we can dubiously speculate on another trend line. Let's see how we would draw it. I don't really know how we would draw this, but drawing lines is certainly not my forte. So maybe going up to 62, 63, 64K. This would be the next obvious level. At this rate, it certainly wouldn't take us that long to get there. If we were to take a bar pattern and overlay this, and just say, well, what if we just repeat it? What would that look like? Well, so far we're actually following it pretty well. So it would imply 60K by October 11th, a pullback to 52K by October 14th, then up to 67K by October 24th, and then back down to 61K by October 30th, and then by November 2nd, 70K, all the way up to 74K by November 16th, followed by a nice correction back down to 60K by mid-November. Obviously, this is probably not going to play out. None of these patterns seem to play out exactly anyways, but I'm just sort of giving you some dubious speculation on if it played out exactly how this one played out, then that's how it would look. We could certainly just go above this line as well, and maybe then hold it as support or something, okay? So, I look at this and I say, well, after years of waiting, we held the line in Q4 of 2021. This is what we said back then. A sustainable 20K never meant we had to wait till Q4. I said back then, a sustainable 20K is holding the bull market support band as support above 20K. Because if we fell back through it, then 20K is still in the cards, right? But we didn't. We held it as support, which is the first time we've held it as support above the prior all-time high. It might seem crazy, but the last time we held the bull market support band was at 10K. It was a long time ago. We've never held it as support above the prior all-time high this cycle until Q4 of 2021. We held it as support, and from there we said, all right, well, we also would like to put in a new local high. I don't think we have to wait until 64K to say that it's, that we held it. Just give us a new local high above 53. We're above 53 now. So to me, this looks like, it looks like we have we have a higher high. It doesn't look like it, right? We do have it, right? We have a higher low, we have a higher high. Maybe if we continue on this trend line, we'll go all the way up to, maybe close to the prior all-time high, in fact. That would be a fairly interesting move. So let's keep this in mind. Bitcoin, I think, looks really bullish right now. Remember, we do have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. Make sure you check it out. You can lock in the lower rate on that. You'll get access to weekly reports and videos, the Telegram alerts channel, the Telegram chat room, the risk dashboard, and more. So make sure you guys check it out, intothecryptoverse.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.